Hey everyone, my name is Scott Putman, and I'm so glad to be spending this time with you and going through the creative process and begin to tinker and play with what it means to be making a dance. I want to just begin by saying this is my first time ever doing an Instagram Live, so be patient with me and hopefully I'll figure this all out. Thank you, Lindsay Parnell, for schooling me, if you will, in the art of Instagramming. I appreciate it, and I'll come through with you, hopefully. Yes. All right, so my name is Scott Putman. I am an associate professor in the Department of Dance and Choreography, and I'm so excited to share with you this idea of our first day in a series of 4, this idea of creating abstract dances or making dances in sort of conventional spaces. So I chose the kitchen to start our experience with because it's a space where, one, we feel really comfortable. We're there every day, several times a day, moving in and out. So there's a lot of movement that happens in the kitchen space, right? And I'm sure all of you who have gone to parties and who've experienced a lot of gatherings, if you will, everyone seems to end up in the kitchen, congregating in the kitchen, sharing, and just sort of laughing and having a good time. So it's a place that's safe, it's a place for community, it's a place for nourishment, and it has so many levels and layers of potential for making dances. One of the things that's really interesting about making dances, and if you talk to a lot of dancers, that some of the things that they say is, I don't know where to start, I don't know how to begin, or how do you create movement? One of the things that we're going to work on today is taking gestures and beginning to improv with those gestures to create movement and to create dances. All right, we're going to just start by looking at what it means to make breakfast. All right, that's the first meal of the day usually for people. Some people love breakfast for dinner as well. You never know. But anyways, the act of making eggs. All right, so let's go through that as a way to say, oh, that's a way to access movement, or to discover how to get at movement, or discover, yes, where to begin to recognize and find movement for yourself. So I'm backing up in my kitchen, and you can't see, but my refrigerator's right over there, right? So I'm going to, if I was in my kitchen making the decision about going and making eggs, I'm going to walk over to the fridge, and I'm going to reach out to grab the door, right? So already we're creating movement, right? So I took a few steps. I took a 1, 2, 3, and grab the door on 4. So I'll take that again, yeah? And if you want to start doing this with me, you're more than welcome to, yes? That's kind of a 4-count series, right? We're just happening to become more aware of our bodies in motion and the way we're shaping and designing and recalling, capturing, if you will, that information. So it was 1, 2, 3, grab, right? So already, let me just do it face on. If I'm beginning to discover that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take that a little bit further, yes? And this is just going over to get, the eggs out, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, ba, ba. Now all of a sudden we just develop this little walking theme. Let's take that again. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, ba. We just did a little change of weight. Very simple, right? So already we're beginning to develop movement. Oh, by the way, that's my dog Beethan. Yeah, he'll be coming in and out. He's a fun one, yeah. Nice and quiet, but he'll be here, yeah, making dances with us. So we'll take that again just to sort of get the body going, get the body in motion. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I did the same image of reaching with my arm, right? Pulling, and I pulled it back, and I changed weight, yeah? Pretty simple, yeah? So I'm gonna go and let's keep moving on and extrapolating, yes, keep growing, developing this idea of creating movement through improvisation. Just recalling 1, 2, 3, 4. I open the door. Now notice I'm also accentuating movement. I'm animating the movement. Oh, look at that wonderful light. See, light plays a big deal in making dances, yes? So you can see the shading begins to happen and the framing that light makes for the dance and the body. So I'm going to take that again. We'll see that light, we'll see that change. I'm going to accentuate the body pulling back with my entire, spine being a part of that. I've got right, left, right, reach, pull, There's that reach that we added before. Arm goes in, yes, and then I pull back and I change weight. And now we just added some sound as the refrigerator door closed. All right, so let's go get the eggs this time. My reach is for the eggs if you didn't yet notice that. So I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the eggs, step back, and there went the door. Got it? Now once I have those eggs, I'm going to move over to my stove. So I shift my weight, I shift my weight. Let's make more of that shifting of weight. I've got shift my weight, shift my weight. Yeah, so all of a sudden it's becoming larger. Movement is becoming larger. Yes, it's becoming much more fulfilled. Right, left, right. Grab the eggs and change. Left, right. Yes. And then I'm going to take those eggs and I'm going to set them down. Don't set them down too hard because they might crack. Yeah, we're just doing an image of just dropping, but repeating that dropping. 1, 2, 3. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. E. Got it? Now I'm going to take my hands, open my hands. I'll come back so that you can see. Yes, and I'm going to take that and crack the eggs. Yes? And mind you, it's a little bit a larger egg, goose egg maybe. Yeah? Crack and open, and I'm just going to melt with the goo, the texture of the runny egg inside. All right? So it's 1, 2, 3. Pull, reach, back, ba, ba. Yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Grab and crack and melt. And then I stir the eggs. I stir the eggs. And then I'm going to get ready to scramble. Scramble, 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 scramble. So all of a sudden we're making, movement. We're creating phrase work. Yes, we're creating information just by simply taking simple everyday movements, everyday acts, everyday gestures, and then redefining them. Seeing them in different ways, seeing them in new lights, blowing them up, shrinking them. What would the same thing be like if we made it really tiny? Yeah? So let's do this sort of the tiny version. This is if we have a smaller space. The kitchen shrunk, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, ah, ha, dee, da, dee, good. Crack, wah. Yes. We do stir, stir, scramble, 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 scramble. So all of a sudden you've got size, shape, scope, yes, and all of that going on for you. Does that make sense? So all of a sudden you're able to make your own dances in your kitchen, yes, and begin to develop, explore, yes, the possibilities of what it means to make a dance. Now, let's just kind of keep going on with this just a little bit and keep developing movement. Yeah, keep developing ideas through this being in the kitchen. Let's deal with a little bit of space, yes? All right, so if we're going through that whole repeat of that information, boom, yeah, dee, ba, ba, yeah, la, ha. Here we are back here, 1, 2, 3. Notice how we shifted our facing. Yes, our facing has changed. You're seeing a different part of the body. Egg cracks. We have a texture change. We have a quality change, yes? We have a different body part. A different body part. We're finding our balance, a nice little pull, yes? And then we change. We use the shoulders. We get the head going. We get the body going, yes? And then from there, I'm going to shift my direction. I'm going to take my pan, yes, and I'm going to bring it over to the sink. Taking a jump, yes? And place the pan in the sink. Now we're also changing our space, moving in different ways throughout the kitchen, yes? And finding, yes, the ability to go from one side of the stage to the other side of the stage, from one side of the stage to the other side of the stage, yes? And finding, yes, depth of field, forward and back space, side to side, yeah, and finding different ways of moving. Back to putting the pot in the sink. Because you got to clean as you go. That's something that's very important to me when I'm making food or cooking or things like that. Clean as you go, clean as you go, clean as you go. Anyways, so is this making sense in terms of how you can build information? Do me a favor and if you're in your kitchen or any space that you're in right now, you might not be in a kitchen. You might be somewhere outside of the house for that matter. Just take a look around and see what gestures come to mind when you are in a space and you've got something to do or something to make. Just even this act of opening up a cabinet, closing a cabinet. How do you take that gesture and begin to explore, play. Yeah, so the hand comes around, grabs, pulls, hand, hey, drop, slam. Yeah, and you're finding ways of looking and seeing through your space. And coming back and moving, yes, in and around, up, change. Let me wash my hands. Coming back, let me wash my hands. Coming back, let me wash my hands. We added a head, we're developing. Let me wash my hands, head, weight change, weight shift. Let me pet the dog. Head, change, shift, pet the dog, And then all of a sudden the dog is no longer there, so it becomes a sort of abstract action, right? A gesture that develops into something. This can be a motif. This whole idea of the dog, yes, is also swiping the counter, right? So we went from low space dog to middle space to high space. And we change low space, middle space, high space, change, low space, middle space, high space, higher space, change. And then all of a sudden you're developing motifs, you're creating tons of movement material to put together to explore, yeah, and to discover new ways of inhabiting your kitchen. And so if you're during these times you're finding yourself, what can I do? Go make a dance. Yeah, go make a dance. Dances can be made in any space, in any medium. That's the one great thing about VCU Dance is that we've got so many, my colleagues are brilliant in the way in which they use different mediums, different modalities, different aesthetics and techniques that they're, yes, very well versed at, and they're making dances. They're making dances in sites, yeah, that are site specific. Yeah, or non-traditional theater spaces. Yeah, beautiful dances. Shout out to MK Abedu, who does social justice work and just did in the fall a beautiful site-specific project. So things are going on. Dances can live in so many places, right? Dances can be on Dr. Kate Sikio, yeah? She lives in the realm of kinetic imagery and dance, and sort of is this hybrid position, but she creates dance for camera, dance video. And in many ways, we're starting to do that right now. Even though we're live, it'll be recorded, and it'll be dance living in a screen or on a screen. There are so many different ways that you can make dance, share dance, yeah, and discover the art of dance making. And the thing is, there's really no mystery to it. It just takes practice. And the biggest thing is play. Play. How do you go and play and keep discovering and developing? Then you don't get that thing, that writer's block or choreographer's block, right? You can keep developing and exploring. So I'm using my hands like this, and then I change it as I gesture and speak to you, right? And all of a sudden you've got more movement, more phrases, right? And we're really pretty much just existing in this middle space. I haven't gone to the floor, but you have this whole dance space of the floor to work with, where you can really get down and into, yes, that floor work. And all of a sudden create different dimensions and different levels. Is this making sense? Yeah. You have so many opportunities to explore and discover. It's just immeasurable. Yes, it's just incredible, so incredible, the possibilities. And I think that's where great dance making begins, is asking yourself questions, doing the kind of research, meaning in your body research for inspiration, for concepts and ideas, or research into new theatrical spaces, right? Where can dance live? It can live anywhere. How do I create it? You create it by asking yourself questions about things that are around you, finding things, and the voice that you have within you to make new work. That's what's great about dance, is that there are so many voices and lenses that we can see a body in motion through, and that's very exciting. Possibilities are endless, So it's not a matter of making dances like something, or it has to look like this. it can look like so many, many things, specifically and incredibly beautiful when it's animated by the voice of you. Make sense? All right, so we don't have a whole lot more time, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do an improv together. I was graced by Robbie Kinter, who is our musical director and also a wonderful composer. He's done many, many great works for dances that I've made and we've collaborated on. And it's just, he's graced me and given me the permission to play some music for you, yes? And so I don't own the rights to this music, but he does and he gave me permission. So, and that's another thing, making sure that you're honoring the artists that are you're working with and collaborating with. All right, so I'm just gonna do an improv. I'm gonna take some of this information material that we did, and again, that was also improv based. We're just kind of moving, and then develop a work. It's about 3 minutes, and then you'll be able to participate. You can watch, you can also move with me, try to catch or capture, yes, a lot of the work and the information so that we're dancing together. And the thing that when we end, I'm going to encourage you to make your own dances and send them in, hashtag VCU Arts, hashtag VCU Dance, yes, and name them, title them, and just share your beautiful work and discovery and exploration. Remember, dance is for everybody, so wherever you're at, even if you've never taken a dance class in your life, you're a dancer. You move. A body in motion is just this incredible thing. So just remember that, yeah? Make a dance, send it in, let me see it. I want to see it just to share the beauty of art making and the way in which that uplifts us during these times and opens the heart and connects us to other people. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to start with Robbie's music. I believe it's called Can You Hear Me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yes. So I'm going to do that. Thank you, Robbie Kinter, for the beautiful music and for allowing me to use it. So here we go, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and start where I started to explore and develop movement, and then we'll move from there, okay? I hope you can hear it. So there we are, just a little kitchen dance, kitchen dance. So everybody, that's about it. I won't take any more of your time. Join me tomorrow. We're gonna go into the living room. This was about sort of learning how to abstract movement, generate movement, and create a sort of weaving of information together. Woo! Tomorrow we'll be in the living room. Yes, Friday in the living room, Saturday in the dining room, and Sunday in the bathroom. Yes, we're gonna go from these most open spaces into more sort of intimate spaces and things like that. Yeah, thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. I look forward to seeing you soon, dancing with you soon, and more importantly, you sharing your dances and your voice through this beautiful medium. So I do know that Lindsay said that this is live now, but it'll also be on the feed, it'll also be on a YouTube channel, and we'll be sharing it. So there are concepts and points and ideas that you can go back and look, discover, and maybe utilize in the development of your works and whatnot. So don't forget to title your work, yes, because just sort of framing that with an idea is always a wonderful thing to do. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Have a good one, yes. Peace out. We'll see you later. Bye.